The steps to take when you want to write down your music or you want to convert your message to a song as a mystery. You minister in songs. You are not just a preacher. You are a preacher in songs. You are an evangelist in music ministry. Music is your tool. Music is what you use to propagate the gospel, to win souls to the kingdom, to edify the church, to warn the people, and to give every message that the Lord has sent you to deliver it to the world. Now, you have received messages or you have received a lot of encounters which need to be given or to be disseminated to the listeners. Torí ìran tàbí ìṣípayá tàbí message tá a bá gbà tí ò bá tí ì dé tí ẹni tí Ọlọ́run ti fẹ́ lò kò tí ì ṣiṣẹ́. Àti jíṣẹ́ tá a rán wa, àti ṣiṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́, àti ṣiṣẹ́ Olúwa, ó dìgbà tó bá dọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí Ọlọ́run fẹ́ lo iṣẹ́ yẹn fún. Now, as a mystery, báwo la ṣe máa convert messages wọ̀nyí sí orin? I have 7 steps here for you to follow. Step number 1 is that you write down the message, whether in a dream or a vision. The message has come. For example, you see this one now. This is a message now that I received. I think this message came last month when I was praying in my church, and I saw another church not that far from my own, but not the same street. So, and this is the message. I have written it down. Then after writing down the message, I have to decode it. That is, I have to allow inspiration. That's what I saw. That was a trance. Now, having seen that trance, what is God saying? Is He sending me to the church? Is it the pastor's message? Is it for the member? Is the message for myself of my own church? Is it a parable? If it's a parable, and of course God speaks in parable, but it's for you to know. Now, what is God talking about? God is saying here that these souls have been forgotten. That is meaning of cobwebs and the rest of them. But I will visit them. I'm going to polish them. I'm going to renew them. I'm going to remove their sins. I'm going to make them good for me again. I'm going to marry them again as wife. So it's just like Ayatati Kosile Tatufe Tugbe. So I will forgive all our sins. I will blot out our iniquities, and I will remarry her again. And if God will do that, if God has spoken, He's ready to do that. Now, when the message comes to the church, it comes to the people in the building, not the building. Now, the title of this will be Forgotten Souls. Forgotten Souls. That will be the title of my song. I will say, okay, àkọ́lé orin wa lónìí ni àwọn kan tí a ti gbàgbé. That is if I'm reading it as a rendition or special number. If it is not a special number, the title of the track will be Forgotten Souls. Now, I will have to rewrite the message into a song. That is to make it singable. Let me use that language so that I can sing it. Now, writing a message into a song is full of, there are many choices. You can decide to use highlife, woro, you can decide to use Afrobeat, you can use hip hop, you can use country beat, you can use reggae, you can use blues, jazz, classical, even a cappella is another style you can use, or a genre you can use. Now, in this form, I'm using gospel pop, and any genre you have chosen to use, I have told you this already, that there's no nothing under heaven. So somebody have used that genre before. Try to find out who is the person, who is that artist, or who is that. It may be artist, it may be a minister, it may be secular artist. In fact, most of all these things we call gospel. We were once secular, we were once in the world, we were once sinners before God converted us. So most of the things will be, even we ourselves were sanctified for the use of God. So you have to listen to some secular songs to know all these things. I'm not saying worldly songs, secular songs, that is, songs that sing about ethics, about culture, about education, instructional, and the rest of them. So listen to them. So now I've listened to this song by Ray Booth. I pledge allegiance to the Lamb, and I love the style. It's so calm, it's so cool, so that it allows the people to hear what I'm singing. That is why I love that pop, gospel pop. So it's unlike Afro that we have a lot of percussion instrument, but this one is a simple beat pattern that just lay your voice, and people will listen to what you are saying more than the beat and instrumentals, because it's less. There's no much. There's no saxophone or this. There's no beat Joe and those. Just simple beat. Even many times from beginning to end, same pattern. Now, having picked that, then I measure the lyrics of the songs. I found out that both the ref and the solo, I can use the same meter for both of them, which is 8898. And having known the meter, I place my own message. I write my own message to the meter to fit into the meter. Once my message fits to the meter, then I can sing it with the same tone of that I pledge allegiance, and it will match perfectly. Now, at this junction, I think I will need to explain what is meter. For some of you, you know what is meter already. For because of new members just joining the group, a meter is a unit of measurement for music piece. It is commonly used in hymnody, that is in hymns. Those that composes hymns, they use meter to compose, or to write in rather. Once they receive the message, they will use the meter. The one meter, example of meter, we have CM. A lot of songs are under CM. That is, a lot of songs follow the same pattern of common meter. Another meter is LM, that is long meter. Some songs also, many countless millions of songs follow the same pattern called long meter. We have DCM, that is double common meter, DLM double long meter. We have 8787, 877 rep, and there are many countless of meter that the hymnals use. But we are not composing hymns now, so that is why I will not talk much on meter. But we are applying that to our composition, so that we can make use of it to make our song fit into the genre we are choosing. Now, having done that, I've chosen my meter, and this is the outcome of my writing, of my write-up. This is my chorus now. This is my chorus, and if I will do any solo, I will do the solo on the same meter, and I will sing it just the same way the person that sang the allegiance to the Christ sang his own, and it will sound the same way but different message. So later, if I want, don't forget, we are not producing yet, we are still writing our songs. Now from there, I will sing the lyrics, I will sing to the beat, I will be noting my key. I don't need to necessarily sing it on the key of reboot. My own key, my most used key is D sharp or E minor. So it may not be his own key, so I don't need to follow his own key if it's not convenient for me. Then the next thing is I will give it to an editor. If I know I cannot edit it myself, I'll give it to an editor to help me to edit it. Is it okay? Is it like that? Should I leave it this way? So don't forget, before you start singing, or before you start practicing key, this and that, you must give it to the editor first to help you to look at it whether it is okay. Editor, maybe spiritual aspect, the message is okay like this, or the way you have put it down, is this line one supposed to come before line 2, is this only one so after editing and it's corrected and it's perfected, you move into singing. Then the sixth step 6 is you practice with your band. You call your band together, you tell them you have a song to practice with them, you gather them. If you don't have a band yet, then practice with your band lab. I've taught you how to use band lab. You can practice with band lab. If you don't know how to do harmony, I've taught you how to do harmony. If you find it difficult still, then look for people that can harmonize the song for you. Then ask them to help you with harmony. They will help you out. After you have harmonized the song, you export it. That is called a demo. That is, you listen to it often and often. O lè máa gbọ́ lórí ìrìn, o lè máa gbọ́ lórí ọ̀kadà, bó lórí ṣe rí, bó ló ṣe máa rí tó bá jáde. You begin to see ó sì kù síbí, ó sì kù síbí, and after that you get a producer if you are moving to production level, to help profession jáde as a single, or a choir master if you want to minister it in the church. The two of them are there to guide you. Choir master will guide you onto rendition, that is how you render it, or a producer will guide you how you produce it in the studio. By so doing, you have done a single. Now, don't forget, all these things you have done, may remain secular, may not bless any soul, may not mean a lot to people. What makes your song meaningful is your prayer life. Everything must be done prayerfully.